Welcome back into another episode of Hefe's World. And if you haven't already, make sure you hit that subscribe button down below. But let's go ahead and get right into today's episode. I am doing an episode on NFL head coaches. The other day, I was in a heated argument regarding NFL head coaches, in my personal opinion, on how long I believe their tenure in the NFL should be. This is not directed towards any one particular head coach. This is regarding the entire NFL organization in a whole, and how I believe each head coach deserves a fair shake in the NFL. Um, uh, when it comes to hiring an NFL head coach, the owners and everybody, involved in the decision making of getting the next head coach, obviously has enough belief in them to give them the position to begin with. So, one, why are we firing somebody after one season? That just doesn't make any sense to me. There's no time that's been given for that person to even really make a change within the system itself. Honestly, the first 2 years for the head coach in any new system, they have to get acquainted with the players that are there. They need to figure out what players should stay there, what players should go, and be able to maneuver players and trade things to start to build towards the future of where you want that team to go. Um, there's no way really a head coach can just come in and bring a team to the prominent land right away. It's not always that simple. So, you got to give the coach a little time to adjust to the new situation. You got to give time for the players to adjust to the new head coaches as well, and the new coaching staff that the head coach has brought in. So those first 2 years is about that. So no head coach should be fired in the first 2 years, in my personal opinion. Now we get into the year three, year four. Within those 2 years, you should be building upon what you've done in year one and two. By year four, you should definitely be 100% in the playoffs as that coach. Now, you don't have to take the team to the Super Bowl necessarily. Obviously, that is the goal, but a good deep playoff run by year four. That's where we should probably be. Um, at that point. Year three, obviously, we should show signs of more success leaning upwards. Now, year one and two, if you're getting a team that was, a bottom of the barrel team, and in those first 2 years, you're still winning about the same amount of games because you're still figuring out the team, that's okay. But year three, you got to see if that person elevates the team to, 2 to 4, 5 more wins that next year, and then year four, what that elevates to after that. You cannot just base somebody off of 1 to 2 years and say they're not head coach material and they don't deserve a job in the NFL, because realistically, they were put in a situation, to fail at that point, given the sample of an opportunity. It's not easy to thrive in any situation under that sample of an opportunity, because everybody has to get to know each other at that point. You have to examine the situation. You have to get rid of what doesn't belong. You have to move pieces where they do belong. And then you have to draft well as well. And you have to get pieces in free agency. So, with all that said, I believe head coaches should get at least, 3 to 4 years. That fifth year option, obviously, either they should get an extension by then for all the success that they've had, or this should be the make or break year in that fifth year, based off of that fourth year as well. Um, so head coaches, I definitely they could get fired after that third year, but I believe most deserve at least a fourth year. But obviously, depending on that third year. So I believe, if you fire somebody off those first 2 years, you're not really giving anybody an opportunity. And now in my opinion, you're probably setting your franchise back a little bit, because now you have to restart again with somebody new. Your players have to learn from somebody new. It's a whole new system, and it's not easy to do. Um, so with any franchise, obviously we'll see what happens and we'll continue from there. But in my personal opinion, when it comes to head coaches, every head coach that is signed to any franchise, whether it even be my own franchise, they deserve 3 to 4 years guaranteed. So with that being said, let me know how you guys feel in the comment section below. Make sure y'all hit that subscribe button, and I'll see y'all next time. Just remember, this is Hefe's World, and you're just living in it.